Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we're so excited to have you again. The internal crisis in Labour Party is skyrocketing every day, and we are seeing new faces show up. Now, we're wondering, are these people still being paid by maybe APC or PDP to foment this trouble they are fomenting? Because Apapa came in some few months ago. Right now, there's no more Apapa again. Another person who have stepped out straight to the court and is demanding that Abure and Apapa himself should all be declared illegal Labour Party chairman. And he has given his reasons, and right now the case is in court. That's what we're about to look at in a jiffy. But before we continue, if you're not subscribed to our channel, do well, hit on the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. Now, according to the news, the Labour Party former deputy chairman, Callistus Okafor, has approached the Supreme Court to declare him as authentic chairman of the party. Speaking with journalists on Friday, Okafor said that the constitution of the Labour Party still recognizes him as the substantive deputy chairman of the party. He also said that Apapa cannot emerge in illegality, as the emergence would have been better if there was no consent judgment. Okafor added that with the consent judgment, Julius Abure therefore is an illegal LP chairman. According to his words, he said, "I am the only acting national chairman of the Labour Party. Every other person parading himself as such is fake. Lamidi Apapa and Abure are both fake. Let everybody know that I have approached the Supreme Court of Nigeria on Thursday, May 18, and pray the Apex Court to declare Abure LP chairmanship claim illegal. I have drawn the attention of the court to the fact that the acting secretary of the LP, based on the party's constitution, cannot emerge as the chairman. I have also asked the Supreme Court to declare null and void of no effect whatever Abure has done in his so-called capacity as a chairman of the Labour Party. I specifically drew the attention of the Honorable Justice of the Apex Court to the fact that Abure has conducted on an illegal convention and primaries for LP, which he has no legal power to do. I have also asked the court to recognize my party membership list because the list is with me and could be verified. The LP has been embroiled in a leadership crisis since Apapa, deputy national chairman of the party South, declared himself as the acting national chairman following the sack of Julius Abure by the court. In April, the Federal Capital Territory High Court issued an order restraining Abure from parading himself as the LP national chairman. The LP has said Apapa has been suspended over anti-party activities alongside Akimbade, national legal advisor, Gbenga Daramola, national financial secretary, Anselm Aregbe, national youth leader, and Abayomi Arambabi, national publicity secretary. Meanwhile, chieftain of the party, including Peter Obi, the presidential candidate, has said there is no crisis in the party, insisting that Abure remains the chairman of the party. This is really right. With all of these staring at the face of LP, I think they have a lot of issues here to handle. Now, far back in 2019, this same issue was being tried in the Court of Appeal. Yes. And the Court of Appeal, as at then, they struck out the suit by this aggrieved former deputy national chairman, talking about Callistus Okafor, and they stated the ground with which they struck it out. And according to them, they said that the subject matter before the High Court was an internal affairs of the political party and did not fall under the dispute that requires the court to intervene. I can still remember what Justice Judge Will, who was the one sitting, who was the one that passed the judgment. He said that the claim of the first respondent, which is Okafor, from his own showing and as endorsed by him on his originating summon, is clearly one involving the internal affairs of the sixth responding Labour Party, a registered political party in Nigeria. The claim do not at all fall within any of the ambit of the provision of the law providing for intervention by the court. And so therefore the appellant court declared the claim as non justifiable, incompetent, and without jurisdiction, because in law neither are the internal affairs nor decision of a political party regarding strictly the appointment or even election of the leadership the business of the court. And the appellant court also subsequently set aside the ruling of Justice Nyankwo of the Federal High Court Abuja on June 16, 2022, wherein he assumed jurisdiction in the matter, abridged time for filing of processes to 7 days, and order executive of the party, led by Barrister Julius Abure, to file counter affidavit in respect of the suit brought by Okafor. So right now, with all of these things in place, I don't think that this move by Callistus Okafor holds any water. Yes, that's what I can say. I don't think it holds any water. Why? Because already it has been trashed in the appeal court. All of this is just a move to delay, what is going on. And I feel that this whole thing is sponsored by some persons who do not want to allow a Labour Party to claim back their mandate. And it's quite worrisome, all of these things coming up at this time. It's a way of delaying virtually everything. The only thing is that Labour Party must prepare itself, especially Julius Abure, to handle these issues speedily and ensure that these things are struck out, whether it is in Supreme Court or otherwise, because I believe that the Supreme Court will hold the judgment of would uphold the judgment of the appeal court that was held far back in 2019. Now, most people are asking question: why must Callistus Okafor come up at this time, to present this case again, when far back this case was dead and gone? Because when he went to appeal court and the appeal court came up with their own judgment, it was expected that if he had any good thought for the party, he would have gone to the Supreme Court and said, this is my position and I want to see this case to the end. But he kept quiet. Now that the case of Labour Party is already in court, he is coming in just to ensure that everything is delayed and there is enough distraction on ground just to make Peter Obi possibly tired and frustrated, and maybe possibly he would decide to take a walk from this whole struggle of getting what is rightfully his. We are hopeful that Labour Party would do the right part, not just doing the right part, but they will do what is needful at a time like this, because what is needful is for them to handle all the cases speedily and still refuse to be distracted by what is going on in the party. A lot of Nigerians have spoken, and someone here said this is truly the product of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They are doing everything to frustrate the person of Peter Obi from continuing with this case. Another person here says Peter Obi has learned his lesson to build up issues than to go out to claim membership of a party where he doesn't really know how they have failed till now. Well, Peter Obi is like every other politician who are always out, who will always want to take good opportunity to secure their position in any election. But I feel that he was really out to salvage the situation in government, salvage us from the hand of these corrupt politicians. That's why he was looking for any platform. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that, looking for a better platform, that you can strive in. Already we know that the situation on ground demands so much concentration, and I just pray that the man will not be wearied by everything that is going on. Someone here say these people can never stop playing their games. I know that this issue was long forgotten. But why is Okafor coming up at this time? And secondly, he's even an Igbo man. I don't know why Igbos allow themselves to be bought over by anybody who wishes to pay them. Well, that's the situation we have seen. However, I would like to leave it there. Go to our comment section. Let's interact. What's your position on all of this?